NASCAR, non-athletic sport centered around rednecks. If you have never really been into this sport, then that is probably a good definition of it to you. However, NASCAR actually stands for National Association for Stock Car Racing. I'm a huge NASCAR fan, been to multiple races, and met numerous drivers. I'm sure all of you have been watching TV before and flipped past a race. All you see are cars making left turns and another left turn. However, NASCAR is a 62-year-old sport that contributes to the U.S. in many different ways and has changed over time. The first thing that I'd like to tell you about is the history of NASCAR. During the Prohibition era, rum runners and bootleggers made trips across U.S. borders to smuggle in homemade alcohol. They would modify their engines in order to outrun the law enforcement. After time, competitions and races began to form between these people. In 1948, a gentleman from Daytona Beach, Florida, named Bill France, established NASCAR. He gathered local organizations and formed rules and regulations for racing. From here, today's Sprint Cup Series was formed. Now that we know about the history, let's talk a little bit about the basic race setup. Each team has numerous members. They consist of one crew chief, one driver, multiple crew members, and multiple sponsors. Each team has to qualify. Qualify begins on Friday nights and denotes the beginning of race weekend. The team's starting position is determined by their qualifying speeds. Speeds range anywhere from 150 to 208 miles per hour. There are only 43 positions in each race, only 43 cars a race. There are 36 races in a race season. Now that we have a basic understanding of the simple race, I would like to tell you about the contributions of NASCAR. The NASCAR Charitable Foundation has many non-profit organizations. The Children's Institute for Pediatric Trauma is a dedicated organization to improve critically injured children. Racing for Literacy is another one that teaches kids about racing while improving their reading and writing skills. The last one I'd like to tell you about is the Ryan Newman Foundation. This teaches adults and kids about conservation and provides numerous ways for them to go to school. In conclusion, we've discussed how NASCAR was established, the basic race setup, and the many contributions that they make outside of the racing part. Although NASCAR is not considered the ideal American sport, I hope I have gave you a better understanding of how it works. And remember, NASCAR involves more than another left turn.